Welcome back to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. My name is Justin Noel, and today we are going to have a fantastic match starting off the round of 64 in the 1,250 euro Super Jackpot. We have one of two Super Grandmasters in the world, Dirk Schiemann versus Dagfinn Snarheim, one of the strongest players on the planet Earth. So this should be an exceptionally well-played match. Fantastic battle. We've got Abe Masari here playing on stream.
Who am I playing?
You're going to be playing Malcolm Hudson on stream too. He is an Australian player.
Who's he playing? Oh, right.
Yeah. But you're playing on that stream. On stream too. Unfortunately, I won't be doing the commentary on this one. But if you win this match, I think you'll be on stream one next. Simon's going to be doing it with, yeah, over there. So it should be good. But you'll be in the other room, which is just back there if you haven't seen it. Treat. That's a treat. I can't wait to watch that one later.
My 3 PRs. 2.8, 3.6, 1.8.
That's pretty.
I'm not even trying to play the fucking PR too.
That's pretty good. Fantastic. I look forward to watching the matches back and seeing them later. All right. Good luck, by the way.
Oh, that's the lady you work with?
Yes. Miranda. Yeah. She's probably like a 6-7 PR. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, she won the Women's World Championship last year here.
You know, I'll tell you this. You know, when they have women's events,
Yeah.
that's basically saying,
All right. No, I don't know the password to that. Okay, so we are back. Now that the the attack is gone on our safety. All right, cool. So we have this 6-5 here, and it looks like Dirk just fanned, which is not ideal. Black has pretty good structure. I know for sure he's going to take, so I guess the question is he going to cube? Because the take is pretty simple. It's only a 4 prime. There's only one checker back. Black still has 2 back, and white has the 4-point made, so their structure is good. Their ability to fight back is very strong in this position. He can just enter, which is quite likely, and black might have a difficult time escaping. And entering is likely. There's 4 points open, so you don't have to escape with that white checker immediately. It can come later after you've created some sort of counter prime. I can see it's very, very close to a cube. I personally don't think I would have enough to double here, but maybe that would just be me not really wanting to give Dirk Schiemann a very, very easy cube, because his ability to time recubes is better than almost anyone on the planet. And then I would be worried about taking a 4 cube against the guy. We're going to keep it small ball. 6-1, okay. So we just come out and play 6-5. We can't do anything else with the 6 besides coming out. This is better. Kind of like the idea of playing 6-5, just to try to build a little bit more, but of course that would have left me open to more shots. And even though I say I don't like to give 6s from the roof, I did it there, and it was wrong. I did. So this was better.
Now 6-5.
I probably would have come to the same conclusion, but I gotta be faster than the XG feed here, and that's like impossible. Double 2s, okay. It's a pretty good shake. Gonna make the 9 for sure, and then decide whether or not you want to make the 7 or do something else.
Make the 7. Make the counter prime.
Yeah, one of the nice things about making the 7 is it stops a roll from 6-5, just completely equalizing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now 6-5 would be not nearly as good. 2-1 makes the 4-point. Very nice roll, and double 2s again. Maybe we have to make the 5 and the 11 here. We could step up.
Or the
I
9.
don't know. Yeah.
Would you make the 5?
I mean, it feels like you want to make the 5. And stepping up also seems nice. I mean, double twos does a lot. Double twos does a lot. Stepping up is really good. If they don't roll a 4, you know, you give yourself a chance to escape. You are behind a 5 prime, which is not ideal. I guess one of the issues with breaking the 7 to make the 5, of course, is it just gives them an easier chance to run out, but I don't know of any other way you're going to fully develop this position. Very tricky play. Making the 9 does kind of feel weird, though. And this play seems natural. You make the 5 point, you step up, you bring another builder down, and I guess maybe the play you don't really like is just 13-11. It does leave another builder. You might be attacked, but this will help you make the 7 on the next roll if you can get away with this. And if you can make the 7 and get 2 checkers trapped behind the 5 prime, I guess having 2 checkers trapped behind a 5 prime would be better than just having one. You see where I'm going, right? After a while, you just know I'm going to say the most simple thing possible, but like in a slow way to make it sound smart.
That's
Double
lovely.
5s. This makes the point, and I guess you could just make the 6 prime if you wanted, right?
Or the 2 point. Or the 2 point.
Yeah. I guess the problem with the 2 point is if he rolls a 1, he could get out. But if you have a 6 prime, doesn't matter what he rolls, he's going nowhere. But maybe making the 2 point will win more gammons. So it's worth a consideration. And this play is the running play.
So this would have just come in and out.
Yeah, so we just cube now. He's on the 24, trapped behind a 5 prime, and the other guy is on the 24, trapped behind a broken 4 prime, and he can escape immediately. I think this is a really good cube from Dagfin. I guess it would have been a strong cube either way, but entering with an ace is not as good as entering with a 2. And the second black slots the 8 point and then makes it. Of course, he's going to lose his market. And anytime he runs out and gets missed, he's going to likely lose his market. So this is the perfect time to sneak the cube in there. But, you know, unless black rolls 6-5 specifically, white will have a chance to continue to contain that checker. And white could just roll an ace and hop out, you know, on later rolls. So even though it looks bad, it doesn't necessarily look passable yet. But I could see why, you know, some players would. See what Dagfin rolls here. 4-3, just goes to the 6 point. Not great. He either wanted to run out or slot the 8 point to get ready to make the 6 prime.
Now Dagfin can, no, Duck can make the 7 point. Or has a chance to. The 2.
Somebody says we're a bit out of sync with the board. I don't know if that's true, but if Tara is listening, maybe you could give that a check. 2-5, great shot from the roof, and the 5 just plays 13-8. And now he's at the edge of the prime, and possible he could jump out depending on what black rolls from the roof. And 1-4 enters and hits back, so that keeps them from being able to escape for the time being. And will Dirk roll another 2? We won't find out yet. We'll find out now. He doesn't. 1-6, not ideal. This has to slot the 2 point just because we don't want to leave 2 blots around the board. Double threes makes the 1 right on his head. Stops him from being able to cover the blot, which would be nice. And I know we don't have any covers for the 2, but like, what else are we going to do with these double threes? I don't really see anything else that looks nearly as good. And yes. Will he roll a 2? No. 4-3 fans. Advantage Dagfin. And 6-4. So the 6 can come out. And do we play the 4 down just to give ourselves like a bit more coverage for the 2 point here? We can then cover with 7s. We can cover with 11s, which is better than just 11s, I guess. And it leaves, you know, some more shots around the board, but it's not that bad because, you know, white still has the blot in their board.
24-14 duplicates the 2. But also double 2 would be really bad. Even
Double
though
2 would be really bad.
2.
Yeah, that's true. Double 2s would be able to enter, hit, and cover. And yeah, I guess giving that number alone is worth staying back for, right? Because double 2s would effectively end the game in the other guy's favor. And double 1s, 1, 2, 3. And do we lift?
Do we?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the computer is playing 3-2 twice, but I could see playing 2-1. And I think the reason why you would want to play 3-2 twice is if you have a gap in the position, you want it closer to the back. That way it's easier to clear over it as the game goes on. This is a bit big. This gives 2-6 and 2-1 instead of nothing. And if he enters and hits you loose and you don't hit back, there's 4 blots around the board, which looks a bit scary. Double 3s switches. I guess just plays down to the 7 to give ourselves a bunch of builders to make the 5. Although it does give double 5s, which I'm sure Dagfin sees and is kind of praying Dirk doesn't roll. 4-1.
5s, 3s, and 2s make the 5.
3-1 does not, but it can just go to the 6 if you want. Now he has good 1s, 2s, and 3s, and 4s and 6s hop out, so his numbers are pretty well diversified.
Double 5? No. He really needs a 6 or a 4.
And a 5 is like his only bad number, to be honest, right? If
Yeah.
1s, 2s, and 3s made the point and 4s and 6s hop out, the 5 is a bit of a dud. Three, 2.
6 or a 4.
Double 2s, okay. Not ideal. He certainly just wants those 4s and 6s now. Dagfin wants Dirk wants 5s though, and that's
Double
not
5.
happening either. A single 5 would be a nice start. 5-1 is a shot lever. This is like rude. Yeah, it's a good question whether or not you want to just play 6-5. I think I naturally would, but I'm trying to find a reason to do something else. I guess if you roll another 5 next roll, you won't be able to just lift the blot, is his idea? Because you want to be able to lift it, and if you roll another 5 next roll, you won't be able to, so I can see why he's making this play. 6, and now there's 2 back, and I can imagine a recube coming very, very soon. 3-1. Maybe not right now, but maybe yes. Ugh, I guess if you just enter, I don't know how black gets around the board, right? And I don't know. I mean, the more I look at it, the harder the take looks. If they don't roll a number that hops out, you're now just breaking down to a 3-point board, and you might roll something silly that leaves a shot. And of course, Dirk sees the volatility here and sees that this is a cube. He knows that like one of the worst things that can happen to your position in a backgammon game is to have a crunched board. And if you've got checkers back and a crunched board on the other side, you should probably just think about passing these games. You're going to need a lot of help to get around this board because once white enters, he's going to just have total control over the outfield. And anytime you hop out without double fours or double sixes, you're just going to get sent back. Yeah, nice pass. Nice pass. Multiple checkers back with a crunched board. Crunched boards, just look out for them. They're not good. I use it as a reason to find a way out of a game instead of like accidentally just looking at the race and going, oh, it's close. Because it's really not. It's just a bunch of wastage. And then all your 5s and 6s force you off your anchor and just allow you to get attacked. Dirk still playing a 0. I hear that's pretty good. Double 6 just comes down and out. Really good shot from Dirk. He now has an advantage in this game just due to his racing lead, and of course he has an advanced anchor. 6-3 makes the 10. Dirk is only up 4 pips. Well, now he's up 28 pips, but not in the way that he really wants to be up 28 pips, because now his timing is going to be tricky coming off of the 18 point, and he might have to run off with numbers that leave shots in the future. Of course, he'll be looking for that. So black just wants to build now. Points in their home board or some outer points sometimes. 4-2's good, so when white runs off, he can hit him. 5-3.
Cover and slot 4.
Yeah, I guess he keeps the mid for now just in case black rolls 1-6, and 1-6 would leave a shot. 6-5 doesn't. Now white will be looking to release the midpoint or come off of the 18. Here he's just going to come down, probably with both. Here they say you want to make it, or 2 down, or down and cover. Both are fine. I would likely just make this play. I think the tactical reason why this might be better is if black rolls 1-6 again. He can't just make a play safely. He can't just play 12-6 without having to hit him, which would give him a return shot on the 2 point. Hilarious, right? And now there's multiple blots out here on the 1-6. There's no way to make a play without leaving a shot, which is the point of the play. Mark Olson played like a 3.3 in the UBC. I dare most players to try and do that. I think he played a 3.38. Oliver played a 3.37.
Not bad by any means.
That's amazing. In most previous years, that would have been good enough to get very close to winning. But of course, if Hideaki Ueda is playing in the low 2s, it's virtually impossible to fight against that. (5-4) just remakes the 8 point. It's a nice roll to clean up all of the mess that was out there. And 3-1 will just slot the 5. The race is pretty close now. So because the race is so close, black doesn't have anywhere near a cube. Yeah, I guess the reason why you want to keep the builder on the 8 is just in case they roll another 6 in the future. That could be awkward. But now,
This is
white's
what
able
he
to run
needed.
off with double 4s, taking a 22-pip race lead. So unless black rolls something good,
He should
it'll
double
just
now.
be double pass. But now he's only up 12 pips. But can he take down 12? I mean, in a straight race, it would be pretty close. It would be pretty close in a straight race. Maybe he can take. If anyone can find the take here with the little bit of contact black has against white, that white has against black, Dirk can find it. And it's very much a borderline decision whether or not you want to take or pass, but the cube is clear.
Just because of the tiny bit of contact.
Say that again?
That's why. The tiny bit of contact makes it a take.
Yeah. And, white has this flat structure, which has a bit more wastage in it than black's does, right now, You kind of want this more of a descending triangle sort of shape with more checkers on the higher points well distributed than this flat structure. So on average, these flat structures will waste around 10 pips, and these descending triangle ones will waste anywhere from like 6 to 7. And so the additional wastage plus the extra contact might give you enough to make up for the extra 2 pips that are there, that I'm kind of looking for. If there was a take or a pass in a straight race, the point of last take would be 10 pips, and here he's down 12. So the question I'm asking is, can you massage an extra 2 pips out of this?
He found it.
Very nice.
And there's
Dagfinn
the
finds
contact.
the small take, and he rolls the 4-2, and so he can't clear the point yet. And he just brings this in. This is good for the race, but of course, if you roll 6-1 or 6-2 next roll, it's going to be an issue. And 6-5, he could also catch up in the race, right? Are you giving up the
clear that.
contact down in the race? So now this just makes it very easy. Well, okay.
Would have been easy anyway.
Would have been easy anyway, but of course I can't see into the future to know what he rolls. But if I could, it would make life much easier. 3-1 here, and yeah, I guess you could just bring it into the 6. You could also play 6-5, but maybe you just bring it in. Four again. It's pretty good. After 4-4, followed by 4-4, I don't like the take anymore.
No. Dagfinn needs a few doubles to save this one.
5-3. Yeah, he's going to need to start off with double 6s or find it somewhere soon. 6-5. I'd keep that one if I could. 3-1. And 6-4. Dirk is rolling the big numbers, and Dagfinn is not. And that is an understatement. And double 5s. Okay, well, that is the end of that.
He's going to roll anyway.
I would. I mean, if he rolls double 6s and they roll 2-1, and you roll double 6s and they roll 2-1, and then you roll double 6s, you could still win. And so I'm not quitting until it's mathematically impossible, because if that actually happened and I was able to win that game, I would talk about it forever. And it's worth it just to make the other guy feel bad if you do it, you know? Dirk playing an absolute 0 still after, what, 2 games? Has it been 2 games or 3? Must be 2, right?
2. The audience wants to see a back game.
Yeah, I want to see a back game. I like them. 4-3, just plays 13 to 6. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is fine. 2 down.
Even after he's already escaped one.
Well, I kind of hate it because, I mean, I don't hate it, but I dislike it because I just think I'm going to get hit all the time, and I've already escaped one, and I'm worried about having a second guy back. But honestly, where's the future in just playing 13 to 6, right? It's just a very inflexible position.
Yeah.
So we could hop out and make the 9, which I think is like the play that I see over making the bar. Because when you make the bar, you still have all of the blots, and I'm concerned now that my opponent's board is stronger that now they're going to roll the number to hit me. But if I make the 9, there's no more blots, and the 6 helps to escape, which is good, and now we're
That's a
hit. And we're hit one of 2 ways, and if we hit on the 9, we could get hit back with 4s and 1s, so that's probably why he's choosing this one, because you get hit back less.
Only
Both
with
plays are
3s.
close.
6. I don't know. Where's the 6?
Yeah, you could come out or play 13 to 7. I mean, both plays have their merits. 13 to 7, I guess a lot of people would disregard because it strips the mid, and people hate stripping the mid for some reason. People say it like all the time. I don't want to strip the mid. I don't want to strip the mid, and I don't really think about it that much.
They can't hit with a spare. They can't hit with a spare if they strip it.
I know why
without
they do
breaking.
it. I know why
Oh.
they do it, but
But you don't
is
mind.
it that important? You know, I guess it's just something easy to remember. So people say it a lot, but I don't know how relevant it is most of the time. 2-3 misses and just makes a new inner board point.
He's 4-0 down, considering doubling.
Yeah, I think he's just getting an assessment of the race. I don't think he has anything yet, but it's very close. I mean, maybe he could think about it because of, you know, himself trailing in the match, but, you know, in a money situation, this wouldn't be anywhere near a cube yet. 5-4 is just 2 down. Wishes he could point on him, but did not roll a number good enough to do so. But this does solidify his position, and maybe if he doesn't roll a 4 to anchor, you can have a cube next roll. 6-3. Yeah, we could just make the 3-point. I like this. And I think maybe we could have a cube now. Our position is quite a bit stronger than it was before.
And 6s play kind of badly. And it's got gaps. And stripped points. And a tiny race lead.
Tiny race lead. But if he points on him, he'll lose his market, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a legitimate option and a legitimate consideration. So I like the cube.
Little cube. Good cube.
In 6-6, pretty good roll, pretty good roll. Maybe we just come down with everybody and just solve the problem of getting our checkers home. And now if white doesn't roll a 4, they're in some serious trouble, and they're quite happy to roll this 4 and make this anchor now. I mean, staying back just seems like you're asking to be gammoned, so I think making the 20 is pretty clear. But
He's
it's
looking
hard
at it.
because you're down in the race, right? And I guess staying back will win more games, but at what cost, really?
Oof.
And this is nice, unless, of course, you know, Dagfinn
There's
rolls some
so many
combination of 1,
gammons.
2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to regret your choices. But I guess he's just thinking, if I make the anchor, I'm basically resigning the game unless I roll double 6s at some point in the future. So he knows staying back's going to win more, but I'd really rather not lose 4 points here, to be honest.
There's too many great rolls for Dagfinn not to do this.
I think as the leader, it makes this play significantly easier because you don't really want to sacrifice your match lead. Losing 2 points is certainly better than losing 4.
I don't have the password.
Sorry.
I just need the password.
but not a trivial decision, of course, because we can see if we just look at the XG readout, by not hitting, you're going to be winning an additional 4% of games, right? But you'll be losing more gammons, and it just doesn't make it worth it. And yeah, he could still win the race as well, right? He could just make the anchor and hop out with double fives or double sixes at some point. You know, he gains every time black rolls a 6 or a 5 in this situation, but he certainly does not gain when he rolls 4-2, which I think should just... Wow. Yeah. I mean, okay, so if we make the 5 point, it breaks the 7, and then we're giving him 1-6, 2-6, 3-6, 2-5, and 3-4 to hit back, and that sounds like a lot of numbers. This doesn't leave any numbers, and he finds the better play that doesn't leave all the additional shots, and now he's probably going to make it. I mean, he didn't make it last time, but now, you know, he rolled, what is it, 4-2, and now he rolled 5-4, so he's gained a little bit in the race and maybe finds himself to be a little bit more concerned about getting pointed on. Maybe he won't pass up this opportunity twice. Nice play.
It's not over. There's still 4 points to clear for Dagfin.
4-1, and of course you could just roll like this and just catch up in the race. Dirk's winning chances are up to 20% now, which is an improvement over the, I don't know what it was, like 12% he had before.
Yeah.
Double fours. Good roll for the race. Hopefully it won't be too hard for him to clear the 9 point. Shouldn't be that difficult, but of course,
Make the 2.
I've seen it before.
But now there might be
4-2.
shots.
Just playing for the race, of course, a lot of numbers clear the 9. 6-1 is not one of them. Now it makes it a little bit harder, of course. He could leave shots with 6-1, 6-2, 6-4. And of course, his position could just get stripped a bit more if he rolls some other numbers that do the thing. And he's looking at this play. This is a really, really good idea because black has 3 blots in their board. Tactically, you know, if he rolls one of those numbers, that leaves a shot in the outfield. Now he gets a double shot, right?
What about double 1?
Double ones, I mean, that would be bad. 4, and then we just make the 2 and the 1, and then, you know, white's splitting looks a bit precarious now that he was able to cover both.
Yeah, the 18. He doesn't want to get hit outside. I get it.
Yeah, that's a
It's
tough
fine,
play
though.
because you could just cover, but then you're leaving good 2s, and that's a bit worrisome. 6-5.
Clears.
And white will stay on the 20 point, I think, for a while since he's down in the race so much. Just hoping that black rolls 6-5 or strips the 6 point and then leaves a shot with 6-1, 5-1. These are the things we're hoping for. Double fours. All right, do we just rip 4? I like ripping 4.
Are there many gammons?
No,
Probably not enough.
but I
to
will say that if I
justify
start
that.
ripping a bunch of checkers off, I don't know how comfortable he feels staying there, but he does find the better play, which just wins all the games, but I probably would have just ripped them all off, to be honest. In 5-3. 2-6. And now that Dirk is off of the gammon, I don't think it's possible for him to really win. But of course, we might as well give it a try. There's always the chance of multiple double sixes. It's happened somewhere before. I've never done it, but it's happened to me. 5-4, and that's the end of that one. Dagvin takes 2 points here. So we're at a score of 7 away, 9 away. So Dirk Schiemann is 7 points away from winning the 11-point match, and Dagvin is 9 points away. Thank you all for tuning in today. If you wouldn't mind smashing the like button, of course, and subscribing to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. Don't forget to download the Backgammon Galaxy app and participate in some of the free tournaments that'll be coming up at the beginning of August. They'll be giving away over $10,000 worth of real prizes. 5-4 just hits, including backgammon boards and lessons. 3-1 hits back.
Can anchor or hit on the 4? I hit on the 4. He's already got 3 back, so it doesn't matter if he has another one sent back as much. Double 1.
We make the 5 over hitting. That's for sure. Don't know how I feel about lifting the checker, because there is a blot in his board, so maybe I do gain a bit more from splitting. And here we should just, I don't know, make the 5 point, I think. Looks like a pretty big improvement. And if they don't roll a 3, then we can make the 4 potentially, and then our position's looking pretty good. Dirk makes the advanced anchor, which is also a very good play. I just saw this board. It's here over at the merchandise desk.
Nice.
It is
Nice
very
color
nice.
contrast.
Yeah, I like the Monte Carlo colorway.
Yeah. Oh, I have that as my XG skin.
I do too.
Very nice.
Richard Stubbe, welcome. Welcome to the chat.
6-5. Should he hit twice? Probably not. He's already made the anchor.
Yeah, I mean, I like just escaping.
3,
Just trying to remove
5.
my checkers from the back. Making my way around the board.
He wants to make another deep anchor, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a reasonable cube to think about as well. I know he has an advanced anchor, but he has 5 checkers back. He doesn't have a double anchor yet, right? He is trailing in the match. So I think the cube there could have been thought about, but you know, maybe it's fine to just not do it. But it looks difficult for white right now. Trailing by 50 pips with only a single anchor and no forward position development. 8-3. 2-5. Okay, he does have a double anchor game now. I would just slot the 3 point.
Stacking another one on the 8 point looks really ugly.
Yeah, I mean, do I care if I have
Really
another
ugly.
checker sent back? Now I wouldn't double at all. He has a double anchor now, so when he has that.
But he's got no front structure.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to. Not yet. You kind of want to time your forward structure to when black starts to break against your double anchors. So as long as you have the time to have it eventually, should be fine.
There's a formula for back game timing, and it's like summing 2 of the points. Subtract something. I can't remember, though.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just have like certain references that I use for different back game structures. A 4-2 game doesn't necessarily have to stick into a back game all that often. They could find a way to come off. So they don't need as much timing as you normally would. But I like this play, just coming out and playing 3 down, keeps the structure solid, make sure you don't have too many checkers stuck behind the prime. I really don't know what else I would do. Everything else seems to like maybe make a deep point somewhere, which is not what you want to do if you're going to be playing a double anchor game. And maybe you hope Dagfinn like rolls a 2 and hits that checker. Although I'm sure, you know, part of him might not want to hit the checker on the 3-point.
I found it. It's 135 subtract 10 times the sum of the 2 points. And that's ideal timing. Tim Cross taught me this.
I believe him, but it sounds
what would this
complicated.
be? 135 minus 10 times 2 plus 4. So 135 minus 60.
Here's my method. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Does it look good? And that is just the pattern recognition way to play backgammon, you know? Does it look good? And then over time, you see what looks good, what doesn't look good, you know, how you assess timing in this situation, because being down enough pips isn't really enough, right? Because you could be down 100 pips. I could show you a position now where you're down 100 pips and it looks like, or it sounds like you might have good timing, but because there's so many checkers back and you're stuck behind a prime, you might not have access to like use those pips, right? To preserve your timing.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more complex, I would say, than just being down a lot.
Yeah.
But I wrote a lecture on these for a club in London, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very close double here. I'm not sure I would have found this cube or thought it to be so close. This is good, just hitting here. Of course, he hopes to get missed, and if he can make the bar, that would be a huge improvement. Double ones enters and makes the 5-point. That's really strong. Of course, you just want to make the points in order because you're playing a back game right now, and you don't want to just make the 3. You don't really care so much about that shot. And since this is such a big improvement, I wouldn't double, and you didn't even get to cover the 7 with this 4-3. That's not great, so I guess we step up and just clean up the blot for the time being. He really wanted to roll a 6 there. But I can see the only path forward now is just to work our way out of there, so let's just step up and see what happens.
And hit, yeah.
5-4. Okay, the 4 is nice, and then the 1 just comes down from 13 to 12. Pretty critical 4 there for Dagfinn. Could have gotten himself into some trouble without it, and the 4-3. Okay, so we have to enter with the 4, and then we have to think about the 3. Are we going to hit? Yeah. This is generally our idea. Just keep on trying it till it stops working. And 2-6 enters and hits on the 8. And I guess White is just hoping they roll a 1 here to really secure some sort of back game. And 6-6 fans. Is he going
They'll
to
probably have
double
another
now?
chance. Yeah. Oh, it's a pass.
Dagfinn likes the double. I see that it's a pass. I would have a hard time passing, but
this is really good timing now for the 4-2 back game.
well, you know, timing is really read by looking at this side of the board, yeah? Your forward structure. And so you can see that you only have 1 spare to play with, right? So, like, good timing involves having multiple spares on the outside to play with. And there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to enter and hop out and preserve your timing. And anytime there's a chance to crunch, you should probably consider passing, right? So being down a lot isn't always the story.
Yeah. But he does have
I would have
that could come out
very
on the
difficult
back.
time passing this. I think I would just take like Dirk. The 5 has to hit on the 1, and I would just bring the 3 into the 5. We can't allow them to make a triple anchor. 4-1, what a great shot. One 3 hits back.
Now he can make the 1. Come on, no.
4-3, okay.
Hit again?
I don't know, man. It's possible we could hit. Part of me also thought about just hopping out because, of course, I'm concerned about all the checkers I have there, that I might roll some silly 4-2 next roll and have to crunch my position. So I wouldn't be confident about hitting versus hopping out. It's a small error to hop out. He rolls another 4, which gives Dirk another chance to roll a 1.
Why not play to the 6 point? Or, yeah, to the 7. Because then you can point on the 1 more easily.
He makes it, and the 3 is great because it hops out, and Dirk has a very good game now. He gets gammoned a lot when he loses, but he's going to win a ton of games, and this just makes the 7 point. We want to make it because we want to start doing things to, like, control the timing in this situation, and this just enters and hops all the way up. Double 4s is a bit fast. Certainly wanted this to be a little bit slower. He doesn't want to start bearing in too quickly. So I think we should just leave the blot there and hope that when he rolls a 4, he'll have to hit us on the way out, which would then help us control the timing. And 5-2 is bad. This is forcing him to crack right away. So we do this and do this one. And now his game is pretty bad. You don't want to have to break the 6 point. You don't want to have checkers on the 1 point in these back games. 3-4. I like this. I would make the 8, but that's just because I want White's position to crack a bit more before I let him out. So the point of doing a play like this is the other idea of you just wanting to be hit when White rolls a number and helping to control the timing that way. And this is a very common idea, so I can see why he would play it. And you can see now that he has to hit with a 6. And you just continue around. You don't want to make the 1 point in these back games, because you want to create priming structure in these games so you can contain a checker later on. So he just plays the 12 down, hoping to reslot the 6 or make the 4 point again. And he won't mind getting hit off the 24 at some point. 6-3 just comes in and out. (6-4). I think we exit without hitting. We exit without hitting because we want black to come forward and start crunching so we can get more substantial shots later. Ones where if we hit them, we can actually start to escape our back checkers and flood the outfield. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
We have our back game that you asked for. I didn't expect them to oblige so quickly, but they did.
Wow.
13-9 seems reasonable. All of these plays are like quite tricky and not great for the PR, but since we're not in a PR competition, that doesn't matter so much. We could do this. I like slotting the 6 though, because this is the point we really want to make next. And, you know, we don't think we're going to get any shot that we're going to want to hit for a little bit at least. Not until we get our board ready. Double 3s. This makes the, well, this could make the 4 or just slot the 6. Both seem reasonable. You can see that he's just getting his priming structure ready by slotting all the points he needs to make. Double 1s. Maybe we just clear the 7, because the 7 is the point we're going to lose trying to clear because it's holding contact against 3 of White's back anchors, right? And so if we clear the 7 now, that is like a huge improvement to our position. Because that's where the trouble is going to start, is when we try to clear the 7. We don't have any trouble yet, but when it starts, it's going to come from the 7. And then it will be a triple shot if we leave one there, and those shots could actually win. Six, 3, nice roll.
This could get
Been able to
really
rebuild his
messy.
priming structure, and now the next point he wants to make is the 7.
Any 4.
2-1.
Very good.
Yeah, that does make that. 6-6 fans, and now he's just in a 1-2 game with a checker on the 24, which he doesn't really like having there. 2-6, just I would just give the shot now. It's a good time to do it when your opponent's on the roof. Of course, they could roll a number, and he does, and he does, and he does, and this is why Dirk built the priming structure. So he could try to contain this checker. If the 1 point was made 1-6, super joker. Four hits another checker. 1, 2, 3. And the last one is the funny one, if you look at it. The last one is the funny one because it forces you to leave a shot from the roof. So 4s will hit, and he rolls a 4. 4-1. That was pretty critical, and he fans, and white is now just going to flood the outfield and try to make it as hard as possible for them to get home.
You can't really flood the outfield with this one.
Not with double 2s, unfortunately.
Kind of just move one checker around the
This must be one of his worst numbers. Maybe double 4s is worse, but maybe not.
Does he want to upgrade
Maybe double
to
1s is worse.
21?
Doesn't really have what?
Does he want to move the one on the 23 to the 21?
I think so, because he might still want to try to rely on this 1-2 game if black comes in and gets around. I think maybe one of the reasons you could consider hopping up is just in case they roll 1-4 or 2-4 from the roof. It will jostle another checker loose that you could potentially hit. So there is some like reason behind this, specifically 1-4 and 2-4.
Now he can try to flood the outfield. There we go.
3s comes into the outfield and just starts to control the outside a bit more.
You could slot the 7.
Slotting the 7 is okay. I'm not sure I would do it right now because I don't have anybody to cover it, but I can see that it's like the best play. I just don't think that I would find it. I would be trying to think about controlling against 1-5, sorry, not 1-5, but 1-6 and 2-5 and 2-6.
That's a roll.
This play would give us a double shot. This gets to point on him, so this has to be the best. Maybe double 2s was better, but other than that, how's it going? Good night.
Not roll a
5-4.
6.
Okay, not actually terrible. It's not as good as a 6, but at least it doesn't break his position. And if he
6.
rolls a 3, 3-4, so he doesn't get to keep it. He doesn't get to keep it. And apparently the computer doesn't want to leave this shot, which I understand, because I think if you get hit and you enter in a funny way, maybe you break your board even more. 2-3 just slots the 2 point. Yeah, I think that's a good play. Don't really want to blitz because we want him to break even more, right? We don't want him fanning. We want him rolling, but just not rolling a 6. 5-2 leaves another shot, and now there's a double shot here. 4s and 5s hit, 1s cover. Not a redouble yet, though I could see him thinking about it. And he misses, and this is
And the
terrible.
3 is grim.
So what are we gonna do with this? Are we gonna like
6 to
cover
2.
and play 4 to 1 or something? Isn't that funny?
It's
This is like
really
the only
bad.
real play. Is this banana
Oh,
split?
wow.
And we do this just so we can't clean up that blot. This is just the tactical play to make
didn't
sure
see
that
this.
he can't just pick up the blot.
I didn't see it. This is crazy. And everything else is
It's the
insanely
only
bad.
legitimate path forward, really. Because he could fend and you could pick up the second checker. And the second checker is really what you're going to need in order to find a way to win this game. And even if he hits you, as long as he can't pick up the blot, you'd be doing good.
Beautiful play. And this is the one he saw first.
Yeah, I mean, this is the only play he really sees legitimately, I think, as like a way to win. So even though it might look a bit interesting, it really is, I think, the only play. And 4-1 is perfect. Enters and lifts, and now the Gammon is seriously back on. 6-5 makes the outside point. And if Dagfin can find a way to come out, but like not come out too far to where he leaves a direct shot, there's a way to get this home.
8 or less.
This is a really good roll. Maybe we wanted to come a little bit closer, but not too much closer. He might be coming to us. 3-1, giving 7s and 9s. A shot like that would be incredible for Dagfin. Does he roll it? He does roll the 7. 6-3, 1-2, 2-2.
No.
6-5 misses. Four is another shot, which is hilarious. I didn't think any number was going to leave a shot, and then of course he rolls the one number that does, and he hits him with
And he
another
hits.
2.
Would you come down to the 7 to try and cover the
I
1?
would just come into the
or
outfield, to be honest.
outfield?
I would play from the 21 out.
Mm-hmm.
And even if my play's wrong, as long as Dirk makes it, it feels like a good play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just thinking about numbers like 4-5 and 4-6 and getting a double shot on those. 1-3, wow. Great roll, entering and just coming up. Hmm. 6-2, and maybe we play 23 to 21? I don't know. What are we doing here? We could come out from the 8, from the 19 to 17? I don't know. We could make the 23 and come out with the other 6. I guess the question is like, is he deciding that for sure he's going to make the 19, right?
Yeah.
Or should we be maybe mildly concerned about numbers like 3-1, double 3s, or something like that to make the 2-point? Maybe that's why they want to make the 23 so badly. Is just in case they roll something like that in 6, 6, 6, and off. He can't believe it either. I can't believe it. He can't believe it. None of us can. I think so. I think I do, actually. Or 4, okay. So 6-5, 6-4, 2 large numbers usually leave a shot here. 4-3, just
Or a
the 3. The 4 is blocked.
A 1 would leave a nice shot.
6-3, just slots the 4-point maybe. And then thinks about the next one. Oh, he's thinking about the 4. So if black rolls 6-4, 5-4, that would leave a double shot. So of course, tactically, we're looking at that, but I'm not sure if we want to commit to that so early. Feels like we could have a good chance to win when he goes to break the 22 later. And here he could just roll a point-making number, and that really would give up a lot of our winning chances. But of course, he's thinking about the tactics of the situation here. But here I would just slot the 4 and just come out or something, or come down. Anything to just make the board. Nice play by Dirk. 5-5. Super joker. And now that there's 5 checkers left, I mean, I'm a little bit worried about backgammons. So we come out like this, and I would come out with both of those and then just cover the 4-point. Yeah, just come out with both and then cover the 4-point. And then just wait for 1s and 2s. All of those numbers are going to leave shots, except for double 1s and double 2s. Oh, he's really trying to get off the BG here. I think I would wait and just cover. Because if he rolls like a 1, he'll get more shots from the roof if he just stays there. Because he'll hit with like 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 as well. So he does.
2s and 1s are really
And he
bad.
rolls the
That's
4-1, so
one.
he's very happy he stayed. He'll hit with all 2s, plus double 1s, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. And he rolls the 2. And the 4 comes down, giving himself 3s to cover and 7s. And if he enters with like a 1-2 or something from the roof, 1-6, you don't want to re-roll that one. 6-2.
He tried.
He tried. It's close. 5-2 makes the bar.
And
Now
he's
he's going to
try and get
slot
a
the
second
1
checker.
point, trying to recirculate the checkers and try to pick up another one. He really didn't want to enter there because now it'll be very easy for him to get another shot, right? He's staying there with both, hoping that he rolls a 1 or a 2 to
Or a 2-1.
get another checker. A
3
2-1
shots.
would be catastrophic. You're doing my job here, just calling the sickest thing possible. 2-1 would be crazy. I didn't even see it. 1-3, you have to come off because if they roll a 2 now, it's effectively the same thing you called before, which is just nuts. And then maybe you could redouble from the roof. If he
Oh, the
rolls
crowd.
a 2, no 2, not yet. Thank goodness for Dagfin. Thank goodness for Dagfin that he did not roll a 2 there. He's got nothing yet. He doesn't really want to hit him off the 1 yet. I don't think so. I don't think so, actually. Maybe. But maybe you want him to roll a 2. I think I would have just come into the outfield, to be honest. Because there's the 2, and that's a
There's the
massive
2.
swing. He would have had a triple shot. I wonder if it was right. I didn't know if they showed it.
3, 4.
But that was a massive swing on that 2. I'm sure he's kind of like regretting it.
Oh,
5-2. He's so happy to fan. He wants to fan.
no.
Unless he enters with double 1s or something. And now,
He doesn't
right?
wanna cover.
I know he doesn't want to. I know he doesn't want to. Wow. 7-1 is a blunder covering. I don't think I would have hit him there. I think I would have just come out anticipating the 2. I want to see that play. Can anybody in the chat go back and put that in for me? I don't think I saw the result there. But I'm very interested. Very interested.
He wants you to clear the 7. That would be mad.
Yes, because if you come out, you're not giving yourself an ace shot for the second checker, right?
Yeah.
Now, in order to pick up the second one, you're required to have the opponent roll an ace. And of course, Dagfin just hopes to fan for the rest of the game because his winning chances are great if he never has to enter. But tactically
5 to
speaking,
10.
right, Dirk is going to start ripping checkers off very, very aggressively in this situation. And he's not even trying to cover the 1. He's going to want to keep it open so he can get hit and maybe pick up the second guy.
I like this play.
1.
That would have
Don't
been the
roll
1.
that. Don't roll a 1. 2-4, better than a 1, that's for sure.
Something
Certainly better than
small.
1-2. 6-3 just takes the checker off. You don't want to cover because you want to be hit. Because the real chance you have of winning this game is by hitting a second checker. 3-1 just takes another checker off, leaving it open, of course. And Dagford fans, again, that's good news. He knows it's good news. I know it's good news. You know it's good news. This takes 2 off. No, he doesn't want to take 2 off because he wants to get hit, of course.
Yes. Come on.
6-5.
He's trying so hard.
He is. Look how hard he tried there.
All of the one shots he's leaving.
4-4. Terrible. This takes this off. Wow.
Oh, now you have to cover the 1.
Yeah, maybe you can win enough games right now
Yeah.
by doing this. I would think this is hard because my game plan the entire time was try to get hit, try to get hit, try to get hit.
Yeah.
Now I've rolled so well and they've rolled so
That's
poorly. Now I'm
thing.
trying not to get hit.
Yeah.
And that is difficult to switch gears that way. You know, when you have one game plan in mind and you've been following that plan for a while and now a roll comes up and the whole situation has changed, to be able to switch that mode there is like the real sign that you are a super grandmaster like Dirk is. 5-3.
And out.
Advantage to black.
1, 2.
Dirk is going to need to roll something
5.
big. That's really good. And he stays even, which is good. If he can roll another 6, I'm sure it'll make Dagfinn sweat. 4-2. Below average. 2 off, okay. He still hasn't missed yet. Dagfinn needs to cross over and take a checker off now, or else he's going to be getting nervous. And 2-1, terrible. Absolutely terrible. There's the 1. Yeah, I don't know about that because you might not cross over this roll if you stay further back, right? It then requires you to roll a 5 or a 6 to cross over. And of course, playing 3-1 would be better if you could guarantee you were going to roll a 5 or a 6. But since you can't, Dirk wants to roll a 6 badly, and he rolls a 6-5, and now this game is over if Dagfinn can't roll a double right now. 6-2 just takes a single
He has
checker
one more
off,
chance.
and the recube is coming, and the game is over. Dagfinn can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
Olivia, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Bill can't believe it either. Dirk's laughing. I would say that Dagfinn is,
Crying.
yes, of course, or maybe laughing, but like not in a jovial way.
Crying inside.
Yes, on the
Yes.
inside. On the outside as well. I would take a break. Dirk's gone. An ad popped up, then Dirk disappeared. I don't know what Dagfinn did to him. But I'm sending out an SOS. Has anyone seen a Dirk Sheeman? Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Apparently they're taking a break now, which I, of course, anticipated because I would want one as well. And I get to have one. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Please don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. Download the app. Don't forget to play in the free tournaments, giving away free prizes coming up in the beginning of August. My name is Justin Knoll, here with
Miranda.
Miranda M.
And Olivia.
And Olivia. That's all I got. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
See you later. Push the like button.
Okay, we are good to go.
All right, and we're back, of course. Dirk has a 4-point lead in this match. That was a pretty crazy last game. He was able to sit in that triple anchor game and find a way to get a shot and contain the other checker and get another one loose and try to get around, but still, Dagfinn found himself entering and then limping around the board and then just losing the race, which was pretty crazy. 6-4 just hits and escapes all the way to the midpoint. Two 6 makes the 11 and just hops out. In double sixes, I think we just have to make the 1. Anything else seems very difficult for the black checker to get away with sitting there. You know, and he's still going to get hit back with a ton of numbers, but this reduces the number of return shots. 2-6 does hit. Dirk does not miss. 2-3 just enters and unfortunately has to just step under the gun to the 20 point. Of course, 1s, 2s, and 3s. The 3 hits and the 4 just comes down. This is where we cross our fingers and just hope to be missed, but no one ever misses here. They always hit. I was wrong. And 1-2 is one of the worst returns you could have because now you have to expose another blot by playing 6-4. You could play 8-6, but that just looks significantly worse, just decreasing the flexibility of your position by so much. And 5-3 does make the 5 just by playing 13-5. And now there's 6s and 1s to hit, 4s and 2s to cover. It's a lot of numbers. 6-1 hits twice. So that's a pretty good shot, but White could still just roll a 4 from the roof or a 2 and make a double anchor, and he rolls a 4, and he rolls a 4, and that is not good if you're Dagfinn. And he fans. So this is massive for Dirk, of course. There's 3 other blots lying around the board, and you're on the roof against a 4-point board. And I know you have 5 checkers back, but how does black win this game, you know? Just seems a bit too difficult, and it seems like the gammons are significantly high when he just enters and hits another one, and then he might get another one, and then he might get another one, and if he picks them all up, that would not be great. So he cubes, of course, after taking his time. You know, timing is thinking about how long you take to decide to double is huge because maybe you're thinking, is this a cube, right? I think a lot of people are thinking, is this a cube? But if you just always take a decent amount of time to double, you might not know what the other person is thinking. Is it a good cube? Is it not a cube? Is it too good to double? You never know how the other person's going to interpret that action, so just take a few seconds, think about it. 1 and then 3. We can't clean any of this up, which is wild. So how can we leave the fewest shots? It looks like everything that you move just leaves more shots, but apparently 18-15 is 3s, 5s, and 6s, and it duplicates the 5. This is the better play. How many shots do we leave here? Just 5s and 6s? Okay. Yeah, this must be better then because some of the other plays looked really bad. in here, maybe we can hop off our anchor, starting to spy into the outfield to pick up some of the other checkers as well. Yeah, I'm not sure how much we need our anchor here. I think we need the other checkers more. And, of course, he could just fan. He doesn't. And we should clean up one of these blots. I think cleaning up one of the blots looks good. Hitting also a good play. Wow, look at this, 8-2. Sheesh. I guess this position, and it duplicates the twos. Wow. And it takes away the tempo. I mean, this just feels like a play you want to make to just minimize the number of shots, but I guess tactically taking half the roll away is just better. But I can sympathize with Dagfin on this one because I understand why he picked up the blot. There was the 2 duplication and the tempo that was taken away. One 4. This cleans up another blot. Of course, I saw hitting duped 2s again, but I still probably wouldn't have done it. Six 4 makes the 2 point. Freezing the checker on the 23, and if he misses, he doesn't. He enters and covers. Yeah, I think Black just wants to play this to not leave shots and to try to lose this game but not lose a gammon. And maybe if they get lucky enough to roll double sixes, they'll have a chance to win. But honestly, just playing to not lose a gammon looks pretty good. I like this play, just keeping your anchor for one more roll, allowing Black to break a little bit more on the outside. I think this would be the one I would choose. I don't necessarily love coming off of my anchor here. And here's 6-2, and yeah, you could do this. This is going to win more games, but I'm definitely worried about the 2s and the 3s. But the 4-6 doesn't hit anybody and just comes into the outfield.
Would you make the outfield point or come all the way down?
Look at that. You can make the 16, which is the best play. Of course, he sees it, but it's hard to do because you're worried about them just pointing on you, but this is significantly better. Nice play, Dirk.
6s, 3s, and 1s. Point. 6-5 can hit loose, but that's a bit of a big play. What do you play? Sorry.
Baseball.
Okay,
3-1.
so has he already played something, or why is he not just doing this?
Well, I think it is his cube action now. Right? So he's thinking about whether or not he has a redouble to 4 because, of course, he's trailing by 4 points. And sticking the leader with a redouble to 4 is something that we love to do as the person holding the 2 cube and trailing.
3 open points.
The fact that he was able to turn this game around. I mean, okay, so the race is almost even. We are down 4 pips. The problem is, of course, is that we have the Dilly Builder on the 23, and we don't have many numbers that point on the 4. Sorry, not on the 4, but on the 5. And I guess there's maybe quite a few numbers that could leave us in a really bad spot again. That could leave us hit and then sent back behind white structure, which is much better than ours.
I would be scared to redouble this.
Me too. But I'm scared
Even
of a
if you
lot of
point
things.
with the 3-1, he's got returns like 3-5, double 4.
Yeah, even after 3-1, you could still be hit. But of course, 3-1 is a market loser probably, but there aren't many of them. Dagfin just decides to roll. I think that's a good decision. 5-2 just cleans up this blot or goes to the 4. I'm not sure if he wants to risk getting hit and erase this close. I think he's...
Oh, good job there was no redouble. Otherwise, there'd be an 8.
Otherwise, he'd be getting another one back to him, right? But wow, what a roll from Dirk. 5-4. I'm sure he's happy he's still holding the cube, so he gets to play this game to the end.
Such a bright light. Oh my god.
6-5, good roll. This brings 2 checkers in. 6-2 for Dirk, gets to bring both in, and now he's ready to start taking checkers off. Dagfin's going to need a very large roll. 5-4 brings both in, but everything is so stacked on the 6. He's going to need to be rolling exclusively 6s to keep this thing close. Double 3s, that is really good. Takes 2 off from the 6. Evens this race up. 2-1. Okay, okay, okay. Very nice.
Block these haters.
No. We don't even mention them.
What's happening now?
Well, he just rolled 2-1, and now Dagfin, of course, is considering whether or not he should or should not double again. He's up 2 pips in a 51-pip race, and his distribution is a bit poor. He does have a bit more wastage, but double 4s is a great shot, and Dirk's going to need something really, really strong in order to fight back, and 4-1 is not it, and the cube is coming.
Now we have a cube.
And the cube is coming, and it's already a 200 pass.
Yeah, clap back against the haters.
We don't mention that. Don't.
Sorry.
No one will ever see this ever again. So good. Well, there was a bit of luck there for Dagfin. You know, after Dirk rolled his doubles in that game, I thought it was going to be over. But of course, Dagfin's allowed to roll good too. Fantastic turnaround for Dagfin.
Makes the
6-1
bar.
just makes the bar. And 2-3, okay.
Oof.
Wow.
I don't want to get blitzed.
Yeah, we could play 13-10, I think. Seems okay. I like this instead of stepping up.
Yeah.
I don't want to be attacked. 4-1's going to double hit.
Yeah. That makes the 5. Very nice. And now he really needs a 1 or a 4 to anchor. And he can hit on the 18. And now he can make the little anchor or clean up.
4-2. Interesting. You know, we could make the 9 or we could make the 4. The 4 seems more natural, of course, but it leaves a bunch of blots around the board. But 3-2 doesn't hit any of them. And look at this. It's better to just make the 1 point, not even making the advanced anchor, because, of course, it has to leave another shot. Two 6 is a hitter.
That's a hitter.
It is a hitter. Hitting looks like a pretty good roll here, of course. We could hit back with 6s and 3s and 5-5 and 5-6 from the roof. 5-2 misses, but gets to make the 20-point anchor, which is nice.
But the blot on the 1 point is just a liability until he manages to cover it.
So here, of course, we make this and the 11 and just hope to be missed with 5s and 7s and 9s. I would never be missed here, but some people get missed. 4-1.
Yeah.
Hit or cover. Hitting is going to win more games. That's
He's got a stronger
sure.
board, even
He
with
does
the
have a
blot.
stronger board. And he might not get another chance to hit anytime soon. So this
That
enters and
hits.
hits back.
Yeah.
It's funny that 6-4 is so close. Or actually the best play. I would have made Dirk's play and hit outside, but
Yeah, 6-4 leaves 2 blots on the board.
this works out pretty well. No double yet. 4-3. This picks up a second checker. And I think we could bring the 4 to the 8. It just brings an extra builder to bear down on the 4 point if we get away with this. Stepping up also has a lot of value. He was there. He was on the 12, yeah, so. Double
the
ones enters
5.
and makes the 5. And that is a super joker. And how does Dirk reply with 1-6? And I think we can just come out. Is he playing to the 2? Is this right?
I prefer staying on the 8, so then you can make another
I
priming.
think
point.
we have to cube now. Maybe everything was double pass. I'm not sure if I saw his PR move at all. And if his PR didn't move at all, either he made the best play or everything is just double pass.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought that by slotting the 2 point, it would make him not want to double as much, but there was no way Dagfinn wasn't doubling this. Now we have ourselves a much closer match. 6 away, 5 away, with Dagfinn still behind by a single point, but of course making a bit of a comeback.
Double
6 just comes out and down.
That makes
4-3
anchor.
makes the advanced anchor.
Nice.
Oh, his PR jumped by a bunch after that. Okay, so slotting the 2 was bad, and coming out he might have been able to take, right? Thank you for pointing that out to me in the chat, that the play wasn't ideal, and maybe he could have taken another way. I didn't notice that his PR went up. That's what they're here for. Entertainment and to help me keep updated with what's actually going on in the match versus just what I see. 5-4, great roll, able to clear the
Duplicate the
18
2.
partially. Black's looking for a 2, and they roll a 2.
But he can't
And a
cover.
2-4 just goes to the 7, I think. You could also play like maybe 10 to 6 is reasonable.
I like 10 to 6.
10 to 6 gives fewer
More rolls
shots, I
make
think.
the 5 next time.
But I'm not sure if I love breaking points. So I would have just gone to the 7 as well. 5-5 fans.
Oof.
And what's the race? He's up 31 pips. I like the cube.
And he has 4s to hit, 3s and 2s to make another point. Strong 4 prime.
3-1, just plays 13 to 9. This is not the roll you're looking for after you double in a situation like this.
That hits.
3-6, incredible roll from the roof. Gets to keep his anchor and hit. This enters and hits back. Nice shot from Dirk. Two, 4. Okay, well, I guess the 4 comes in and the 2 just keeps moving. Why this?
Don't know.
I don't like having blots in my board.
Maybe he
during these
really wants to
attacking
make the
sequences.
16.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Ooh, this is big play.
Yeah, this is actually quite a big error. It's just better to keep your structure and just bring this all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
I think by doing anything else, you might be potentially sacrificing your racing lead by doing the hit. It plays pretty big. You'll get hit back with 5s and 1s and 3s and 6s from the roof, which is a lot of numbers. And when you're up in the race, maybe your game plan is just to race. Two, 1. Huh. We could do this. It's funny to like think about hitting and making the 2, but maybe this is just better. By like breaking the 4 to hit and make the 2. Maybe it's not unreasonable, I think.
Those plays are either genius or like 500 blunder.
200 blunders. Yeah, I don't know about this. You know, I've got 3 checkers stuck behind a 4 prime, and I like the idea of escaping some of them. Even though it does come out into a shot, we're losing the race by so much, it doesn't really hurt us that much to be hit again because we're already not doing great. It also would have given some extra coverage into the outfield when he ran with that running number.
And cover.
This is a really good shot. No.
Oh, I put it on Do Not Disturb. Hang on. No.
5-1. Just comes down. 5-4.
Makes
Good
another
roll. Gets to
point.
make the 9 point. This will help crunch some of Black's forward position, he's hoping. And this just wants to slot the 5 and start building. And I think White might try to slot the 3 point sometime soon, or hopefully just make it naturally, but maybe they would want to slot it before they make the 5. And now the 5 is made,
Come out
and they
and
get
cover
to
the
hop out.
5. Mhm.
So there goes slotting. We're not going to do any of that now. The cost of getting hit
No.
is just too high. But
But he
there's no
can
need
make it
to.
naturally now.
Just makes it naturally, and I'm sure he sees it, I hope. And now Black wants to roll a 3 and step up, because by staying there, they're going to get Gammon much more frequently. So I think 24 to 21 is pretty clear. Anytime my opponent has a really strong board like this and I have that goalkeeper, the question of whether or not he is a liability or an asset is quite clear. He's a liability now. 3-5. This is bad. This leaves a shot.
This leaves a short.
And black's board is good.
Where's the best shot to leave?
Go to the, yeah, this and this,
This
is
one.
like the only play. I guess there's another play, just clearing the 8 in some way. Okay, and just leaving 4s. Does he hit? No. Covers the bar.
So now the 1 point's really a liability.
And 5-1 just gets to bring this in to an ugly spot, but he's certainly happy that he didn't get hit last roll, that's for sure. 5-4 just
Can
slots
make
the
the
3
3.
and brings the 4 in. I don't think we want to make the 3 because it gets
Why?
rid of the 7. And the 7 is part of our priming structure. And the 3 really isn't yet.
Fair
But
enough.
it's not going to be a big deal, but it's, I
Clear
think,
the
just
7.
a
Oh, he
little
could. Can he not? Oh,
technique.
he can't make the 1. No.
because it's harder to remake the 7 than it is to just roll it forward and make the 3.
Yep.
So if you ever get a shot later and he enters with a 1, you might never have the bar made, is the point.
Now he really wants to point on the 1, so he can try and bring the anchor in.
6-5,
Oh.
great shot from Dirk.
Easy stuff.
And now this is where the problems arise for black because you're on the 24 and now they're just going to roll a number to point on you and you might lose a gammon, right? Okay, he hops
Yeah.
out.
Now he sees the
He's very
blitzing
happy to
threat.
do so now.
Yeah.
And I think he probably should have played 8-6, just trying to get off of the G. I don't think his winning chances are particularly high here. Double 2s.
Mm-hmm.
5-2 just brings both in. 4-1, 6-2, and take one off. Seems to be the only play. We could cover, but I think I would rather try to gammon him by taking checkers off. Double 5s, okay, there goes the gammon. That's not going to happen anymore, barring some sort of catastrophe.
Two off.
He rolls 5-4, so he has to clear the 6. Otherwise, he'll leave a
yeah.
shot. What happened here? Did the transcriber miss something, or what's going on? Did it not go through the baffle box? There's no baffle box? What's happening here? Something must have happened.
I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm not sure what happened either. Maybe he asked for a re-roll and he said yes. Maybe.
I don't know what to do with that. Can I roll again?
Two. So this hits and makes the 2 point.
Take 1 off and then 3
That
to 1.
must improve your gammons because he might fan.
Or
Oh, Dirk did some
4-2 is
fancy
why.
stuff. That always messes with my eyes when he
Yeah.
does stuff like this. So I'm just thinking, this is not legal. And then all of a sudden it is, and I cannot compute.
it's 5-1, 6-1 needs a shot.
But not 4-2,
No.
okay, but it doesn't look like Dagfin's going to lose a gammon here unless he starts limping around with small numbers.
No, he's fine.
But he doesn't, so there's the 6. And I think the 1 should be played to the ace. Not that it's going to make that big of a difference, but if he rolls like 2 large doubles, it would be nice to be able to bear in and take a checker off with a 1 at some point. Six, 5. Yeah, and I guess there's no way to lose a gammon here. You could just roll 2-1 followed by 2-1 and everything's going to be fine.
So what's the score? 5-8, 6 away, 3 away. Little break.
Good, how are you today? That's great.
Runs
Six,
to the middle.
5. 6-1, of course, just gets to make the bar. A nice start for Dirk. And double threes. This is a good roll. I mean, it's very difficult to decide what I want to do.
3.5
looks
point.
reasonable, but it is the second best play versus just making the 5 and the 3, which I always think is hard when that's the better play after you've escaped a checker. I'm always worried about getting hit with the 7, which is why I think I would have chosen Dagfin's play here.
8 to 5 and 4 down. This looks like a lot of blots.
It is, but if you get away with it, maybe you just make it, of course, but not sure how he's trying to figure this one out. This is like no extra blots in the outfield and just plays to come forward. Seems to be the better play.
But now there's 10 in the zone and a blitzing point made. I'd be scared to do that.
Is this a double hitter? Yeah, 5-4. Just
Would you
putting
not be
both
scared
on
to
the
do
roof.
that?
What?
To split against 10 in the zone and a blitzing structure?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. And that's all I can say about that.
Yeah,
Although it's
I
not
know it's
looking
the right
great.
play, but I would be terrified. And now it's all going wrong. Oh no,
Now it's fine.
spoke too soon.
So let's play 13-9 with 1 and then think about how we want to do the other ones. Makes the 2 point, and double twos is cocked and has to re-roll, and now 3-1. Steps up and plays 6 to 5.
No shots. 5-1 points. 4-1.
Or 1 hits and just plays down to make the 9.
Fours are
Looking for a
duplicated now.
4. The 4 is in the window, but where's the ace?
Where's the ace?
I guess you have to play 8 to 7.
Ew.
There really isn't anything else, but it is uncomfortable. He could have entered without hitting and just covered as an option, but I'm not sure if that's better than hitting and just doing this. And now that he's
Thinking
fanned,
about the double. 4s and 6s are duplicated out and covering the 1.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to find these doubles when you're stuck behind some structure and there's a blot in your board.
He's got a 30-pip race lead.
He does, but, you know, if he covers, it's going to be hard to cover and escape at the same time. And if you cover and don't escape, he can just take next roll.
Yeah.
And if you escape and don't cover, he can
This is
just
great
roll a
roll.
1.
This covers and escapes, but then leaves 2 blots to get
Well, look
hit.
at this. You don't even have to do that. You can just cover both and only leave 4-4 and 2-6 from
Nice.
the roof. And 2-6
2-6 from the roof.
2-6 from the bar. 4-6. What's the race here? You should just come out. You're up 20-something pips maybe. But I guess not.
I
Although
like
this
coming
does look normal to me. But of course you are concerned. But I mean, your outside position is stripped here, and it feels like you're going to have to come out next roll. Of course he's right, but I would have found the play to be difficult. You don't really have much time to think about these things before talking here, which makes it difficult. 2-1, 4-1 from the roof. 2-3. Guess we just have to clear the 9 and just play the 9 to 6.
This leaves good 5s, but they're duped. Double.
Cubes, okay. He's up 34 pips. He has a better board. There's this funny blot on the 2. There's another blot in the outfield.
How do you feel about this?
I don't love it, I'll tell you that.
I don't love
Especially
it.
while leading by 3 points in this match. And I see that it's a take, but
I'm not snatching this one.
I see that it's a take, but it's understandable if Dirk passes. It feels quite gammonish, but I guess we need to think about, you know, when he doesn't roll a 5, how decent your game is then, because that is the main variation. He just doesn't roll a 5 and you're doing okay. But he's doubling because he might roll a 5, and then you're not
4s are
doing
pretty
so
good
well.
too.
Yeah, the 4s to hit loose on the 2 will certainly go there. And if he doesn't roll a 2 back, then there's problems there as well.
I mean, he's got the anchor. He's going to be in the game for a while.
Yeah, but he, you know, if they're able to make the 2 point,
Yeah, but if
He
he
might
hits
fan
in
for
the
a while.
outfield with a 5, he could
Yeah.
make the 2 point.
This certainly looks scary. I can understand Dirk
It's a
passing
reasonable
this.
pass. Yeah.
But this is one of these positions, apparently, where the threat might be stronger than the execution.
Oh, I wrote that down in your quote book.
Both players playing at almost exactly the same PR right now. Not that that counts for anything, but it's just interesting. 5-1. 6-5 just runs to the midpoint, I think. I mean, here, this is okay as well. Maybe this is even better.
This is
Sometimes
some
we
shots.
do like to do this in these situations, but usually I don't already have a blot on the 11. So that's why I would have
don't
done
love it.
differently here, but it's okay. 6-5 makes the 5
5.
point, I think. Am I wrong?
The hitting on the 1 is better than making the 5 here.
No,
apparently.
can't be.
That's what it just said. Maybe
I
it was
think we're
input
making
wrong.
the
Oh no,
5
it
are
was
the
put
only
in
two
wrong.
options
It was
here.
put in wrong.
Yeah. And I mean, okay, so what is the upside of running? Maybe they don't hit us in the outfield. Yeah, and if they do hit us in the outfield, the 5 point is slotted, so the cost of getting hit is a lot less. So yeah, I do end up liking this play. I can see the logic behind why running is better than just making the 5 because of the blot on the board. If he hits us, it's not the end of the world.
23-22
And here we're
leaves a
doing
good double
really good.
5.
6-3
Makes the 5.
makes the 5, or is it better distribution to make the 7 actually?
Ooh.
Because we have more spares to play with. I know normally I would never make the 7 over making the 5 unless I was in Istanbul, but look at the distribution here. The distribution here is actually much nicer than the other way, right? Because you still
Yeah.
have the builder on the 8 point, and you only get hit with 3-6 and 4-6 here, and Dirk sees the
Ooh,
difference, and of
close.
course, if the other play was made, we'd be on the roof, and here, we're still doing good. And here we would.
For
It's funny because the distribution is
no, I
better
don't
to
like
slot
it.
the 7. But of course,
the
if
right
we slot
play.
this, if we put the builder on the 7 and play 3 down, we get hit more.
yeah,
And so
but it's
Dirk doesn't want to get
prettier.
hit more. It is prettier. But backgammon isn't a beauty contest.
Fours and twos. 6-4. What does that do? Yeah, tidy up. Now he's scared. Probably want to anchor.
No, this is a very well distributed position. There's a lot of numbers that are going to make a point on your head. And as black here, you do not want to make this advanced anchor, I don't think.
Why?
Well, because you want to stay back and increase the contact zone because their position might leave shots. You could roll like, 6-3, 6-5. You could roll some of these numbers that are going to leave shots, and you want to stay back for them. Of course, he could roll other numbers as well like this,
Yeah.
but if you stepped up and made the anchor, he would have just doubled you and the game would have been over.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem with it.
fair enough.
Here, I would make the 23 point. Why would we want to stay on the 24? Being on the 23 puts pressure on all of the outside points, and now he can just double
Tiny
you.
pass. Very tiny pass.
I'm not sure if he saw that he could make the 23, actually.
Yeah. Maybe he thought it's a pass anyway.
I don't know what you're asking about.
Just gonna get some water.
Where?
What is... I'm not sure what you're asking. Yeah. Sorry. I want to answer the question, but I don't know the question. The equity. Oh, the difference between taking and passing in the position. Oh, must have been a 0. Yeah, it must have been a 0.
Taking a break?
They took a break. I feel like sometimes I look down and I look up and both players are gone and I didn't notice when they leave. Some Harry Houdini stuff happening over here. I didn't expect them to be gone, but now that they are, poof, I'll be gone too. And then you'll be gone as well, I'm sure. Yeah, and we'll be back in a few minutes. No, I'm okay, but thank you. So, thank you all for tuning in today. Of course, this is the 2026 Backgammon World Championships, the 1,250 euro Super Jackpot. I believe the main event starts, I'm not sure when. Is it today or tomorrow? But that should be good. We have the 7,500 euro high roller happening later this evening as well, and many other events. So please feel free to stick around for all of it. We'll be here for the rest of the week. Smash the like button. Please do. Subscribe to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. My name is Justin Knoll, professional backgammon player from New York City. I currently live in London, and if anyone is interested in backgammon lessons with me, please feel free to send me an email at justin@backgammonuniversity.com, and this should just hit and split. Double ones enters and makes the 5 point. Of course. Huge improvement. Yeah, Dagfin missed that he could make the 23 point last game, which would have allowed him to take the cube. It's a pretty big mistake there, but of course, maybe he thought he was just passing either way, and maybe he was. 6-6 fans. Dirk on roll, aiming at another blot, and he does hit it. And since there's 2 on the roof, I like playing 2 down. This aims at making the 7 point next, which is part of the prime, which is nice. 2-3 enters. And he does not get to make the bar, but he does get to make the 11, I think. You could hit twice, but I would probably just make the 11. Hilarious. Wilson is amazing with the thumbnail art. All right, 3-6 is a hitter in the outfield.
It's a hitter.
5-2.
You could hit
Yeah, you
inboard.
You
I
can
like
hit
them.
where?
On the 3.
Oh, on the
5.
3?
Oh, it's really badly wrong, but I like it.
You
got
know,
a stronger board.
and that's the thing is like, I understand, but we should be looking at the race too, right?
Yeah.
And just kind of asking ourselves if we want to like do this attack that might sacrifice our racing lead, when we can just make a play that will allow us to keep it. 3-2 hits twice.
Yeah, he's
If he
going for
doesn't
that
roll a
undoubled gammon.
4 here, and he doesn't anchor, he might just continue to play on for a gammon. But of course, Dagfin's going to roll a 4. No, he fans. And now he's just going to continue to play on. 6-2. This covers and then splits to the 9 to put more pressure on the 3 point.
This is looking gammonish.
And he rolls a 3. Any
He's
5,
going to hit back with
6,
6s and 5s.
8 and 10 will hit. The 5 hits twice. Trying to deny the ability for black to make a second anchor. Hitting loose, even though there's no direct covers, because we don't want to allow the anchor. And 6-5 fans again, and it looks like we are on the way to Gammon City.
Justin
5-4.
can see the chat. Ask him any questions you want.
I can see the chat. I mean, I'm not always looking because the chat is not where the board is. Well, some of them I do. Nah.
He desperately needs a 1.
Any fans, and the cover is coming.
5s and 4s.
Does, and the 5 should just come down, of course. We'll escape once we've closed them out.
Wow. I think Dagfin had maybe 1 move in this game. Or 2.
Well, I'm sure he played it correctly, and
it's-
5-3 just closes the board. And now Dirk is doing good. Double 5s, okay. It's a good number now, but don't roll it again.
Don't roll it again.
Don't roll it again.
Don't jinx it.
I'm not. He steps up with the 3,
Cute
and now you're worried about
him.
double 4s, but you still have to get up. Now he can, but he shouldn't roll double 4s. 6-3 just
comes
comes out,
in.
of course.
Now you're worried about double threes.
I'm worried about a bunch of stuff. And it's funny because as white, like, why should I be worried? The other guy's the one with 3 checkers on the roof with no development. But, like, what else am I going to worry about? Should I be worrying about nothing? No, of course not. I'm thinking about the only thing that could go wrong. Five one fans.
There are no shot
Double
leading
fours
numbers
fans
now.
again.
But if you can, no.
6-5 is a very good roll, of course, keeping everything even on the outside. And he fans again.
No shots yet.
Is Dirk Schiemann going to try to win a backgammon here? I mean, it could happen, but it's unlikely. I know he doesn't need to. That's a fair point. It's an 11-point match, and he already has 9. Any gammon will do, and apparently,
Fan.
if he enters, this is
Fan.
over, and he does
Over.
enter, and the gammon is there. And Dirk Schiemann is the winner of this round of 64 Super Jackpot, €1,250 entry fee.
Exciting match, and we gave the viewers what they
Very
asked for with the
exciting
back
match.
games. The viewers asked for a back game, and they gave you a back game.
Yes, we did have a back game. Very interesting game there where Dirk was able to turn it around with a last-minute hit and contain and jostle loose another checker and not hit it, but still win the race.
So we have, oh no.
So thank you all for tuning in. I'm sure we're going to have another match coming up shortly. There's still
It's a
another match
crown.
going on in this same event on stream 2, but please smash the like button here, subscribe to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel, and we will be back a little bit later.
Please
I'm not sure
smash the like
exactly
button
when the
so they
next
don't
round's
fire
going to be
us.
drawn, but it shouldn't be too long from now. All right. See you guys in a bit.
What are you playing in this week? Oh, I think the mic's off. I can't turn it on.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Tell us what you're playing in this week.
I was playing in doubles, but now it's just juniors.
You lost in the doubles.
Yeah.
You had a dream team.
I know.
And now you have juniors, which you're obviously going to win. How many juniors are entering this year? Do you know?
I don't know. It isn't even on gammon.gg.
Is your friend coming, Hannah? No?
No.
But you have your little brother, right?
I have a little brother.
Yes.
It's not
You
as
can
fun because he
enter.
would kind of rather stay back at the Airbnb.
What?
He kind of likes staying back at the Airbnb.
So he's not going to enter? The
No, he
juniors?
is.
Yeah.
He just will get bored here easily.
Okay. He could come and commentate.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust him with the mic.
So, how old are you?
16?
Okay, so in 2 years, we can play the women final.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And we can go to the casino.
yeah. So do you have a coach?
Michi, but I haven't taken lessons much this year because of school and everything.
Okay, nice. I saw you playing online in the Junior World Championship. I got kicked out of that really quickly. Are you still in?
The WBF?
Yeah.
No, I'm not still in.
No.
It's disappointing because of the time change. Like, our schedules got mixed up and I was an hour late, but
Oh, I've done that before. Oh wait, so can you enter the World Women's Championship online?
I can.
Yes, and you did.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, maybe we'll meet in that one.
I honestly don't know if I'm still alive in it or.
They want to see us. Justin, please can you ask them to put the commentator camera on? No.
I'm going to the restroom, but we're going to be starting soon here with the Speed Gammon final.
Oh, the Speed Gammon final.
Speed Gammon final is coming up very soon.
Everybody stay
on
tuned.
the stream. Please don't leave. And please smash the like button so we don't get fired.
Or click it if you feel strongly about smashing. It's just one button. All you have to do.
And they switched.
There we go.
Hello. We are having a lovely morning
Yeah.
in Monaco.
I loved when you had your sunglasses on mid-match and you were just... I loved when you had your sunglasses on mid-match.
That light is really it's blinding me. Might put them back on. Is it affecting you from there?
Huh? Kind of.
Right.
I mean, I see
Yeah.
how it's affecting you more because you're like more facing towards you.
What just was won?
I don't know, something
Something
was
just
announced.
ended and somebody won.